Hello everyone, my name is Arohi and welcome to my channel Code with Arohi. So in this video I will explain you what is deep sort algorithm, and I will also show you the practical implementation of deep sort algorithm on a custom data set. So we'll start with what is deep sort algorithm and why we use it. Okay, so deep sort algorithm is used for multiple object tracking. Whenever you want to perform tracking, right, whenever you want to track multiple objects in a video, then you can use this deep sort algorithm for it, right? You can see in this video, so we are having multiple persons over here and we are tracking all the persons. So in the same way, you can track multiple objects, you can track multiple cars or bicycles or different kind of objects or humans, whatever you want to track, right? So you can use deep sort algorithm for multiple object tracking. Now whenever we want to perform the task of object tracking, so always remember you have to perform a detection first and then you combine tracker with that detector, right? So always perform detection. Once you perform the detection, right, after detecting we combine the tracker task with the detector task. So this is how any tracker work. Okay, so now let's talk particularly about deep sort algorithm, how deep sort actually work, what are the different things are there in deep sort which perform different functionality, right? So let's talk about of this thing only. So very first thing, as I've just told you, you have to perform object detection. So in my today's class for object detection, I'm going to use YOLO V4 algorithm. Okay, so we will perform object detection first of all using this YOLO V4 algorithm, and after that we will use this deep sort algorithm to perform the tracking task, to track the multiple objects. So when we talk about this deep sort algorithm, so deep sort algorithm is basically a extension of sort algorithm, right? So sort algorithm have this Kalman filtering and this Hungarian algorithm, right? So these two things comes under sort algorithm, and as I just told you, deep sort is a extension of the this sort algorithm. So how we have added this new this new thing has been added to a sort algorithm and it becomes deep sort algorithm. What is this? This is a convolutional neural network. Now let me tell you what these three algorithm does. So the very first algorithm, this Kalman filtering, what Kalman filtering does, see, when we talk about multi-object tracking, so we are talking about a correlation between the data in different frames, right? So the data of the object which is present in first frame, let's say that object is present in second frame and that object is not present in third frame. So what we are doing over here is, when we are talking about this multiple object tracking problem, so we are talking about data correlation. Okay, so we need to find a correlation. Okay, so this Kalman filtering will help us in processing the correlation of frame by frame data, right? So using Kalman filtering, what we are doing is we are processing the correlation. Processing the correlation simply means we are finding the position and the velocity of the object. Okay, and Hungarian algorithm will help us to know the to measure the correlation, like how much correlation is there in between those two frames, right? So first Kalman filtering, what will this Kalman filtering does, it will tell us the correlation. It will will work on the correlation of the data which is present in different frames. That simply means, let's suppose object A is in frame 1, so that object A is also present in frame B, but how much movement is there and in which particular direction that movement is, so that kind of things. Okay, and Hungarian algorithm will tell us, help us in knowing, it will tell us the basically how much correlation is there between the those objects. Okay, and then we have this CNN network, this convolutional neural network. See, in deep sort, what this deep stands for in deep sort, so this deep simply means algorithm for getting deep features. Okay, so we are using a convolutional neural network, and now the question over here is why we are using this convolutional neural network over here. So let's go back to this example only. See this video. So you can see we have multiple persons over here, and in some frames some of the persons are getting occluded by other persons, and these two persons are very close to each other, right? When persons are close to each other, what will sometimes it may happen that IDs may get switched between those two persons, or multiple persons IDs may get switched, and let's suppose one occlusion problem is also there. So in this deep sort algorithm, this convolutional neural network, what we are doing is we are extracting the features from every bounding box, right? So we are training our algorithm and we are extracting the features from every bounding box for every object, right? So what will happen with this? We can overcome the problem of this occlusion and ID switching problem. So that's why they have implemented this convolutional neural network for extracting deep features of every object present in every frame. Okay, so this is what deep sort algorithm is, right? So Kalman filtering, the method which I've filtering method which I've just told you. See, this Kalman filtering is better than centroid based tracking. So guys, I'm not going to discuss in depth about these two tracking methods, right? So in my next video or in my upcoming videos I'll do that, but in today's video I'll focus majorly on the implementation of deep sort algorithm, and right now I'm just giving you a brief idea why we are using Kalman filtering, and why in deep sort algorithm why the researchers have implemented this Kalman filtering. Kalman filtering is better than centroid based tracking because in Kalman filtering we are, you know, we are doing that tracking on the basis of position and on the basis of velocity. Okay, so that's why they have used Kalman filtering for better results. Now let's see the practical example. So for showing you the practical example, as I've just told you in the beginning of my today's class, that I'm going to use a YOLO V4 algorithm for object detection, right? So I have already explained to you how to do object detection using YOLO V4 in one of my videos. So I'll give you the link in description section, my GitHub link also, and the YouTube video link also, so that you can check that video. And if you want to learn how to detect object using this YOLO V4, then you can check the description section of this video. Over there you will get a YouTube video link. From there you can learn and you can practice that code from the GitHub link. That link also I've mentioned in description section. So let me show you which video I'm talking about. So I'm talking about this particular video, traffic sign detection using YOLO V4. So in my today's class, what we are going to do is we will work on traffic sign detection. We'll detect 4 different kind of signs from a video using deep sort algorithm, right? But before tracking the object, we have to perform the detection, and detection you can learn from this video. So as I've just told you, you can get the links from description section. So this code, I have this code in my Google Drive. So this is my Google Drive, and this is the folder where I have this code, YOLO V4 traffic sign detection. Let me open this folder, and under this we have our darknet folder. Guys, again, don't worry if you don't know how to work on YOLO V4 object detection. When you'll go through that video, you will automatically understand what these folders are. Okay, so I am assuming that you have gone through that video, and I'm just picking the files directly which we are going to use for tracking. Okay, so over here you have a folder with the name of darknet. Click on this darknet folder, and then you will get one folder with the name of backup. You have to click on this backup folder. See, in darknet folder, under this backup folder, when you train your YOLO V4 algorithm, all your weights get stored over here. So we need those weight file, right? Because these weight file we get this weight file after training object detector. So I'm downloading this file, YOLO V4 custom best weights. You can download this file from here because we need this file for our object detector. So I'm downloading this file. right? This is the way. After performing object detection, you have to download the weight file from the backup folder which is present in darknet folder. Okay, so this is the first thing. And the second thing is, go back to this darknet folder. Under this darknet folder, you have a folder with the name of data. Click on that folder, and from here you have a file with the name of data.names. So this data.names is a file which contain a list of classes of object detector, right? So now second thing is, you have to download this file. That's it guys. These two things are required. Once you train your object detector, you need these two files from here, right? So I have downloaded these two files. Now let me copy these files from here. This is my data file and these are the weights. I have copied these two files from here, and in D drive, deep sort algorithm. Okay, so I have created one folder. You can create one folder where you are going to put all your code which is related to files and folders which are related to deep sort algorithm, right? So I have created one folder with the name of deep sort underscore YouTube demo. So open this folder and paste those weights and the data file over here, right? So data file and this YOLO weight, we get these from object detector, YOLO before object detector. This untitled this Jupyter notebook, the link is given in description section. From there you can get this Jupyter notebook. In this Jupyter notebook, I'm going to write my whole code. I'll show you this now, right guys? So you have created a folder and you have pasted these two files, right? One is a weight file and one is a file data.names, in which you have all your classes names. You can see these are the 4 classes of traffic sign detection on which we are working today, right? Now the next step is, now open Jupyter notebook and you have to open this untitled file. So Jupyter demo, and now I'm opening this file from here, right? So okay guys, let me delete all the things. I'll show you each and every code. Okay, so this is the very first line. So guys, I am cloning this GitHub repository. Let me show you this repository first of all. Just a minute. So guys, I'm using the GitHub code of AI guys code. I'm using one of his GitHub repository. Will you do some changes in this repo and will create our code? Okay, so what we are doing is, I'm cloning this GitHub repository. So once you clone it, you will get a folder over here. See, this is a folder you will get once you done the cloning part. So we are getting all the files over here, right? So let's see if cloning is completed. Yes, cloning is completed. Once you clone it, now this is where we are, right? Open this GitHub repository. Now guys, we will delete all the files which are not required for our today's class. Okay, so we'll delete all those files so that you can understand like what all files are exactly required for our today's code. Okay, so I'm deleting this. I'm deleting these 4 files. Okay, Conda CPU and Conda GPU. See guys, I'm running this code on Windows, and the requirement which I am using is, there is one file with the name of requirement.txt. You can run this requirement.txt file and you will be having the environment to run this code, right? So I have deleted 4 files from here. After that, open this data folder. In this data folder, you have a folder with the name of anchors. Open this anchors folder, and over here you need to have YOLO v4 underscore anchors and delete everything else. Okay, So in anchors folder, what we want is we only want this file, because what we are doing is we want to we have done the detection using YOLO v4, and now we want to run the tracking using deep sort algorithm. So this is the only file which we need in anchors folder. Okay, after that let's open this classes folder. So Coco dataset and this work dataset, we are not working on these files. So what we want is delete all these files. Here under this data, under this classes, what you need to put is, remember we have downloaded this data.names from our YOLO v4 detector. Cut this file from here and put data under classes, put it over here, right? You can rename it whatever you want to give the name. So my file name is data.names, and when you open this data.names, so these are my class names over here. So under classes, this is what we want. Okay, now after that open this dataset folder. So we don't need these files, you can delete these two files. Okay, sorry, from this helper. Okay, so these are the just videos and demos. We don't need this, you can even delete it. This video folder, in this video folder, these are the two videos. So when we downloaded that repo, so these are the two videos which are present over here. You can put your videos on which you want to perform the testing. Okay, so we have made the changes in data folder. Now after that, see, okay, let me delete this folder. You will not get this folder in just a second. So this output folders, this output folder is a folder basically where you will store your all the videos with tracking, proper tracking. Okay, I'll show you that also. Now the important thing is, see what we have done. So we have downloaded the weights from YOLO v4 file, we have downloaded this data.names from there, and now we have created one directory. Remember, as I've told you to create one directory, imagine you have created a directory with the name of deep sort. So this is a deep sort directory. In that you have pasted those two files, data.names and the weight file from the YOLO v4. After that we have deleted these 4 files from the cloned repo, the repository which we have just cloned. So we have deleted these 4 files because right now we don't need these files, right? So we have deleted those files. And after that, under data folder, under classes, we have deleted all these 3 files and we have created our own file. So what our file name is, so you already know, like under classes, so file name is data. You can write, you can give any name to it. After that, okay, so we have inside the data folder there is anchor folder, and from anchor folder we have deleted these 3 files. Now okay, next thing is you have to put your weight file which you have downloaded from your YOLO v4 object detector. You have to put that weight file inside a data folder over here. So let's do that. So this is the weight file. I have cut this file from here, then data, I'm pasting it here. Now I'm just renaming it like this. Okay, so you have to put the weight file of your YOLO v4 object detector in a data folder like this over here. Okay, now the next step is we have one file with the name of save_model.py. Let's see what is there in this file. So where is this file? It is over here, save_model.py. Let's open this file. Okay, so over here in this 8th line, you can see you have to give the weights, you have to give the file name of your weight file, right? So we have pasted our weight file in data folder. So over here you need to give the weight file name. Open data folder, and from here you can just copy the name of your file and over here just paste that name. Okay, and save this file. That's it, guys. In save underscore model.py file, you have to make these changes. Okay, and okay, okay, I'll come to that point in some time. This change has been made. After that, inside a core folder, you have one file with the name of config.py file. Now we have to open that file. So just come outside this data folder and there is a core folder. Open this core folder and we have a config file. Open this config file. When you open this config file, over here you can see right now which they have given the name of coco.names, right? So inside a data folder there is one classes folder, and from there they are reading this names file. So but what we have done is we want to work on our custom object tracker. So inside a data folder we have a classes folder, and remember we have deleted everything else because we have our own class. So data.names, give that name over here, data.names, and save this file. Okay, so we have saved this file. Now once you save this file, okay, now what you have to do is, guys, that's it. These are the changes which you have to make when you want to work on your custom object tracker, right? Now let's come to the code. Once you clone the GitHub repository, I'm commenting this now. The next step is you have to enter in that folder, right? The clone repo which you have downloaded, this repo, now you want to enter in this repo. So we are in that repo right now. After that, we are using this file. Now what we are doing over here is, see, we have downloaded the weight file from our object detector, YOLO V4 object detector, right? But if you want to run a tracker, you want to combine, tracker with that detector, so what you need to do is you have to convert those YOLO V4 weights into a model, right? So we are creating a TensorFlow model, and this save model.py file is having that code. When you see in this save model.py file, so we have so we have loaded our weights, custom weights. So now this file have a code which will convert your weight file into a TensorFlow model. And why we are converting our weights into a TensorFlow model? Because we want to combine the task of tracker with a detector, and detector is in the form of weights right now, and we have to convert it into a model if we want to use it, if we want to combine it with a tracker. Okay, so that's why. So that now we will run it. So when you will run it, after that you will get, okay, so come here. So right now there is no folder with the name of checkpoint, but when that code will get executed, you will get one folder over here with the name of checkpoints, and under that folder you will get a YOLO V4 model, which is which we have converted from weights to model. Just wait for a few seconds. So code has been executing right now. Now you can see the checkpoint folder over here, right? So when you will open this checkpoint folder, you will get a YOLO V4 model, right? So these are the files, these kind of files you will get. Now we have a YOLO V4 model. Now let's perform the object tracker, right? This I have shown you, right? Now this line of code will run your tracker. So you have one file with the name of object tracker.py. So this file is running our tracker, and video flag. In this video flag you have to give the path of the video on which you want to perform the tracking. So my video is in video folder. Inside data folder we have a video folder, and over there I have a file on which I want to perform the tracking. And using this output flag, I'm telling where I want to store the output video, or the output video which have all the trackings, right? And what I want is, this should be the name of the video, output video, where I have all my results, and the model which I'm using is model YOLO V4. Okay, so when you run this, so this is how it will look, it will process the video. Now after that, let's see our results. Now first of all, let me show you the video on which we have performed the tracking. So inside a data folder, inside video folder, so our video is this. So this is the video. See guys, I didn't get a proper video to do this proper experiment, right? So you just find a video which have four signs, the four signs on which we are working, right? So I've just picked the random video. You will not get good results because this is just a random video. This is not a perfect video to test our code, okay? So on this video, we will performing our output and a tracker, and inside this outputs, this is the output video. This is how you'll get, right? So you can see our algorithm is working, and for every object we are getting different number of ID. So this is how it works. Again guys, as I've just told you, this video is not proper as per our data set. So we are working on 4 different classes, right? But this video is not as per this new video is not proper. So just go for a proper video and then test your code, okay? So this is how you can run your deep sort algorithm, and the code which is there for deep sort, all that code is present in this deep sort variable, right? So as I've just told you, like we are Kalman filtering is there, tracker code, tracking code, detections, and IOU. Everything is mentioned in this deep sort code. All further things I'll discuss all those things in my next video. But in this video, my main motive is to show you how to run your deep sort algorithm. Right, guys? Hope you like my video, and thank you for watching.